A few years ago, male college students at Princeton University participated in studies of how the male brain reacts to seeing people in different amounts of clothing. Brain scans revealed that when men are shown pictures of scantily clad women, the region of the brain associated with tools such as screwdrivers and hammers lit up. Some men showed zero brain activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that lights up when one ponders another person's thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Researchers found this shocking because they almost never see this part of the brain shut down in this way. And a Princeton professor said, it's as if they're reacting to these women as if they are not fully human. It's consistent with the idea that they are responding to these photographs as if they were responding to objects, not people. In a separate Princeton study, when men viewed images of women in bikinis, they often associated with first-person action verbs, such as I push, I grab, I handle. But when they saw images of women dressed modestly, they associated them with third-person action verbs, such as she pushes, she grabs. Analysts at the National Geographic concluded that bikinis really do inspire men to see women as objects, as something to be used rather than someone to connect with. So, it seems that wearing a bikini does give a woman power, the power to shut down a man's ability to see her as a person, but rather as an object. This is surely not the kind of power that women were searching for, the power to be treated as an equal, to be seen as in control, and to be taken seriously.
Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel brought lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. And you heard it from my mouth, man, okay? It says, more women should embrace dressing modestly and provide some very interesting research. And she's 100% correct, okay? She is 125% correct on her statement about when men see women in less clothing, they view them as objects, things that can be used, things that can be toyed with, okay? Because that's in a man's nature to want to go after that particular substance because it's readily accessible, okay? Versus you see a woman in modest clothing, you're gonna expect her to have some type of moral, some type of self-dignity, some respect, and 9 times out of 10 you're gonna look at her like, okay, she respects the man she's with, because your woman really supposed to represent you in all ways by the way she carries herself, being modest. But if she doesn't carry herself in a modest manner, then that means she has no respect for you nor anybody else, because obviously most women know that wearing certain provocative clothing will cause other men to want to lust after them, okay, catcall them, so to speak, because they need the attention, okay? And that gives the woman the power to be proud, to be prideful, okay? And they like the attention and the validation it brings. But nonetheless, that's damaging behavior, because now you basically just labeled yourself a sex object, which majority of you are, okay? Like they say, hey, you put lipstick on a fucking duck or it quack like a duck, then hey, if you put lipstick on a duck and it's still quack, it's still a fucking duck. It's just a duck with lipstick on it, okay? So dressed in modesty, this is why the Bible tells you, Salaki, my nose stuffed up, but this is why the Bible tells you women to dress modestly, okay? Because hey, that prevents your chances of being demoralized. For one thing, you represent your husband, which is your head, and you're representing Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And last of all, you're stopping yourself from being a target, because most women that are rape victims, they out past the time of midnight, okay? They're wearing certain shit, they sloppy drunk, okay? They're getting in and out of the sack with different men. They have promiscuous ways, you know, very promiscuous attitudes, okay? Which that's majority of the women here in Babylon, man. And it's a goddamn shame that you got women out there that know better, but they still partake in the festivities of slut walking, man, of being sluts and hoes. And this is the reason why the Most High have scriptures like Micah 7 and 10. Okay, because clearly the scriptures tell you when you're supposed to cover up. Okay, you're supposed to have your head covered. You're supposed to have your body covered from head to toe. You ain't supposed to be out here showing your cleavage. Okay, you got on these long ass fingernails, the colors and shit. You got your legs showing. You got your chest tattoo showing. You got your toes out. That's all bullshit, man. Okay, because men, they're attracted to skin. Okay, because you got men out there that's attracted to all aspects of the body. Like, okay, a woman with natural hair. Okay, that's beautiful. That's in nowadays. Okay, that's the hot thing now. Natural hair, go natural, go natural. But yet, you see a woman natural without her hair covered, that's going to compel you to want to holler at her. And 9 times out of 10, you may give her the wrong type of attention, but she's accepting to it. Why? Because she's a whore. Okay, and they like the validation it brings, not understanding how foolish it looks. But when you're a woman of integrity, you are modest. Okay, you have some type of dignity about yourself. You respect your head. You respect your man. You're going to do as you're told. Okay, because I never heard of a modest woman that dress unmodest. Okay, a woman that shows her body off. Okay, whether she tries to wing it and not, whether she tries to play it, downplay it. Just because I wear a certain way, that don't mean I'm gonna go out and do shit. No, bitch. You know what the fuck you doing. Okay, you know exactly what the hell you doing with those stiletto pumps on. You know what you doing with those flip-flops on. You know what you doing with that short dress on. You know what you're doing with those skinny or with those jeans on, showing your backside. Especially if the chick got hips on her. You know, she's, you know, petite little chick. Come on, man. They know what they're doing. She's looking to get grabbed up, man. Okay, and half the time they asking you, well, what the fuck wrong with you? Why you think I can't wear it? Because, man, the scriptures say fucking be modest, man. You're supposed to be modest and modest apparel. You're not supposed to be out here guiding abroad, doing as you please. And on top of that, being modest, that's sexy, man, because that leaves up for the imagination. Like, it was a video that came out some years ago, man. I want to say about 5, maybe 6 years ago. It was a woman, all right? She was walking around Manhattan with a hijab on. Basically, it's a Muslim garment, Muslim get up with the head wrap, which they get that from the scriptures. Okay, because actually Israelite women, they was covered up with modest apparel too. They had their heads covered, everything. Like Susanna, man, she was so beautiful to look upon. She was so fair to gaze upon. It said that she was covered from head to toe. Okay, so even if she did have particular flashy, particular clothing on, she was covered up. You know, she didn't show her toes off and all that other crazy shit. You know, and she was a bad chick. You know, and if she did have open toe shoes or sandals or certain garments, you couldn't see it because she was all veiled up. Okay, only thing you was able to really see was her eyes, and that was even a lot because she was beautiful. You know, that's why oftentimes women were veiled up. Okay, even in the ancient world, you had certain garments that women wore to let you know if they were prostitute, harlots, they were married, etc. Okay. So dress in modesty is a beautiful thing, and this is why the Lord put it in the scriptures, man. Okay, so this is the book of Sirach 26, and I'm gonna start at verses 7. It says, "An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro, and he that have held of her is having held of a scorpion." Nothing is more worse than dealing with a woman that challenges your authority of every fucking thing. Okay, you say, well, look, baby, I want you to do this and go right. And then she's going to throw every excuse in there why she don't want to listen to it. She's going to give you every excuse in the world as to why she want to do what the world says. Well, you know what? In that case, women like that are just going to be flat out destroyed. Okay, because when a siege comes and when all hell breaks loose, when these loose bandit of men are released, okay, and they're ready to get their shit off, guess what? You're going to get raped out here, man. And everything that we said to you is going to come back into remembrance. You're going to get grabbed up. You're going to get snatched up. You're going to get raped. All that wanted to be sexy shit. I want to be Stella, got a groove back. I want people to look at me. I'm ready to find myself and give into my inner being bullshit. Look, man, you're going to give into your inner being that day when the carousel rides you, as Elder Malcolm says. Okay, all you women out there, you're going to have the carousel that's going to ride your ass. Because guess what? Rape is coming back in a very, very big way. Mark those words. Mark those words, because the shit you're doing, men are just sitting back waiting on their time to get you. They might not say nothing now, but when the time push comes to shove, when there's a lawless society out here, hey, you better believe that somebody's going to come knocking at your door. And they may kick it in and grab you up. So you've been warned, okay? And it says here, a drunken woman and a gad abroad cause a great anger, okay? That word gad goes into troop, okay? And what does a troop do? They march up and down. They're all over the place, man. Okay, and hey, our women, they're all over the place. Like I was being trained on this vehicle today by this fucking black woman, man. And just hearing her talk for 8 fucking hours, it was vexation. It was just so vexing, man. I was like, I wish this bitch shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she was literally just talking a bunch of bullshit, you know, about traveling and all this other shit. I said, these women have no fucking clue on what the hell getting ready to happen to them. You know, and you could tell she dresses provocative outside of work because she comes to work and, you know, she got a little smell good shit on. You know, she wear little flip-flops and shit, and she's always in Esau's face. And I noticed it, man. You know, when she's all in Esau's face, and Esau know, man. Esau know. They ain't doing nothing but popping her, man. Because, you know, the manager, I guess he was texting her. They got each other's numbers. You know what I'm saying? They are part of some type of social group. And she literally talks to these Edomites like they her fucking friends, man. And when they look at her, they just see a black ass bed wench. Okay? But the way she deal with Jake is like on a whole different level, because the whole time I was there, I mean, she was on the phone half the goddamn shift, you know, but we didn't really talk like that. It just really wasn't my vibe. But, you know, you try to break the ice a little bit here and there, but you could tell the way she talked and deal with Jake is totally different from Edomites, man. You see? And that's a guy that brought her right there. Okay, because they're just what it is. Like she was telling the story, and I overheard the conversation. She was telling the story about how her best friend, how she tells her best friend, you need to stop cheating on your nigga. And that's common among Eve, man. Stepping out on their dudes, that's common. Oh, girl, you gotta have you a side nigga. Don't never settle for no one nigga, man. You know, if he ain't got the money, he ain't doing this and that, he can't deal with you. You see, little fucking bullshit like that. And that's why I said that you have Micah 7 and 10. That's going to be the perfect scripture that's going to put judgment on majority of our women. Okay? Because it says here, a drunken woman and a gutter bride causes great anger. So a woman that wants to run her ass out of town, you know, every time you look up, she's in fucking Lake in the Ozarks, she's in Florida, or she's in Texas or California or Vegas. You know what I'm saying? You already know what she's doing out there. You know, it's a hot climate, it's summertime. You think she's out there dressing like a righteous woman? Hell no. She's out there getting validated by all these simps out here. Because you think a simp nigga is going to tell her to go in the house and put on some clothes? No. He's going to embrace her harlotry. And when you step in and try to put the rule down, and all of a sudden you insecure, you're doing too much, you're too aggressive, you don't have no trust, you have trust issues. Well, yeah, you just doing what the scriptures say, man. And in that day, y'all going to wish y'all had dressed modestly, but that ain't going to matter. All right. It says here, a gatherer bride causes great anger. Okay. Because in the ancient world, hey, man, you got a bride, they'll make an example out of your ass, man. You have a shame walk. Basically, they'll strip you down and let everybody see your shames. You know what I'm saying? And in that day, you'd be covered up. They did that on Game of Thrones, man. You know, I think that when basically they made the chick walk naked and they scolded her ass, that day you want to act all covered up, you know. But it says here, and will not cover her own shame. It says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. Okay, them fucking cum lashes, that proud attitude, that career woman attitude. Okay, all that madness. And it says, and if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Right, overmuch liberty. You women have been given too much liberty to do as you please, man. You've been given too much liberty to go out and do the wickedness that you've done, and you've destroyed yourselves and you destroyed everybody around you. Okay, and this is the reason why a lot of you can't find the men to settle down with, because, hey, look at the way you behave. No man is going to take you serious after that once he's seeing you walking around. You got a chest tattoo with your fucking name on it, or you got a tramp stamp in the back. Okay, motherfuckers seeing everything. You hear you got a man at home, but yet you showing everything to the fucking world, and you get mad at this guy because he tells you need to throw on some more clothes. You are a whore, man, all right? And the Lord has a special judgment for harlots. And it says, watch over an impotent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler, and we have found a fountain and a drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. That means that you hopping on every rod and you slurping on every rod around you, if you this kind of woman. Okay? So, hey, if you have an ear to hear, take heed. And if you're doing it, repent ASAP, man. Because if not, it's going to be too late for you. Okay? And it says here, the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. So, prime example, right? If she knows she lives around a bunch of niggas, She ain't gonna be trying to put herself out there. She ain't gonna be trying to walk outside, going to do laundry with certain clothes on, booty shorts, flip-flops on, you know what I'm saying, chest out, hair undone, you know, putting on smell good, leaving the house at 11 o'clock at night to go lay with some nigga. If she was righteous, she would have discretion. Like, wait a minute, my husband want to approve of me doing this. He want to approve of me going here, going there, going there, because she cares about him. She loves him. And you be the same ones that say you can't find nobody that's for you. Why? Why can't you find anybody? Because look at the way you move. Look at the way you move out here. So nobody's gonna take you serious, man. And when a nigga don't take you serious, then all of a sudden all niggas ain't shit. Oh, you niggas ain't shit. No, we don't have to accept this behavior. You know? And then they get mad at us when we look at women that dress like this. Well, you gotta leave some for the imagination, because we are men. We're naturally attracted to women. Same thing with women. They see a man with a six-pack and some muscles and a physique, they gonna look at him, man. Like, prime example, right? Let's just say, I'm gonna go crank status, right? Let's just say if I fuck a chick in the middle of the street in broad daylight in public, you know what I mean? Women go get turned on by that. As much as nude and lewdness that is, as wicked as that is, okay, showing my nakedness like that to the whole city, you're gonna have more people that's turned on by the boldness of it than people that's gonna rebuke it. Women gonna literally be intrigued, okay, because it's wickedness, man. But you see, and it says, "In the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion shall fatten his bones." Okay, it says, "A silent and loving woman is a gift from the Lord, and there is nothing so much more as a mind well instructed." Somebody you can lead, somebody that's gonna follow your footsteps and let you lead them by example, not somebody that's gonna throw their bullshit in your lap and try to contend with you on every aspect of life, and then also dictate to you what they supposed to be, dictate to you what they want. Well, you got to do that. Nah, bro, chill. Okay. So this is the book of 1 Timothy 2:9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness. Okay, shamefacedness means humbleness, having your head down. Well, I can't walk with my head down. Well, you're supposed to, because that shows humility, man. Like when the prophets and the angels came up to the men of the Lord, they didn't look the angels directly in the eye initially. They bowed down, okay, because of the glory. And that's how you women are supposed to come to the men. You're supposed to come with your head down, okay, in humility. And then when your men say, hey, you can look, then you're supposed to look. But yet, y'all take that as being degraded. Oh, nigga, you degraded me. But yet, you successing Esau every chance you get. You doing his computer jobs. You're running his businesses. You putting him on a pedestal. You talking like him. You want to live like him. You're dressing like him. You want to drive his vehicles. All sorts of shit. You're showing shamefacedness to Esau. You punching his clock every goddamn day. But when it comes to your man, oh nah, nigga, I ain't looking down. I ain't looking down at the ground for you. I ain't gotta ask your permission. Can I speak? But yet they do it for Esau Edom. That's why a majority of you women gonna be straight up put to death, man. All right. It says with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becoming women professing godliness with good works. Okay, good works. Okay, not meaning going out with your whole friends, your whole cousins, your whole hairdressers. Okay, not hanging out with people that have like mind of the world, that want to sit up here and want to live like they in their goddamn 20s again on some Stella got a groove back type shit. Lord ain't gonna deliver women like that. You know, want to play the field, want to see what's out there. Here you been in a relationship fucking 10 years and all of a sudden now you want to see what's out there. Oh, well, I got to go back out in the field. For what? What's out here? Okay? Bad habits, old habits. Ain't nothing out there but death. Okay? So let's look up the word modest. Okay? Let's look up the word modest real quick. Damn, I just had it. Let's go here. Shamefaced and modest, bingo. Cosmios, which means well-arranged, seemingly modest. Okay, let's look up modest. It says self-effacing, moderate, unassuming, estimation of one's ability of achievements, self-depreciating, humble, unpretentious. Okay, not looking nigga in his face. Oh, nigga, what you gonna do? I'm gonna do what I want to do. Fuck you, nigga. It's about my career. Nah, that ain't modest. Low key. Like the scriptures say, hey, women supposed to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, not running the damn streets, not running the damn streets every chance you get. Here you got women that's trying to be best friend with their fucking teenage daughters, man. And you wonder why when a chick gets older, she don't respect the mother. You sitting up here trying to go out with your daughters and shit. And the daughter's getting hit on by older niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then you sitting there and you mad at the daughter, but yet you ain't got her out here modest. Or if you try to have her modest, but you out here butt booty naked. That's a oxymoron. That's counterproductive. That's an insane person, man. It says unpresuming, unostentatious, low key, free from vanity, keeping one's light under bushel, shy, bashful, self-conscious, diffident, timid, reserved, retiring, media shy, reticent, quiet, coy, embarrassed, shamefaced, blushing, fearful, meek, docile, mild, apologetic. Okay, and the anonym for that, which means the opposite of, it says boastful or conceited. And that's the majority of our women. They boastful and they conceited as all goddamn hell. Because the minute you try to bring this information out to them, all of a sudden you being too aggressive, you're toxic. It's a constant cycle of abuse, man. Constant, man. And you women, you abuse yourselves because you use yourselves against your real purpose. That's what abuse means, to misuse one against one's true purpose. Okay? One last precept here. This is the book of Proverbs. And a lot of you claim that you're a Proverbs 31 women. A lot of you women that claim to be Israelites. This don't fit you, man. Okay? This is the book of Proverbs 31. And I'm going to start at verses 10. It says, who could find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies, right? And rubies is a very precious, rare metal. I mean, rare jewels. Okay? Rubies are better than diamonds, man. Diamonds is low level compared to rubies. Okay? It says, who could find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. And then a lot of you women say, well, I tried to live that, but it didn't work. No, it didn't work because you still had demons on you and you didn't want it to work. Because when you try to be modest and coming into this faith and this truth, you find other avenues to buck up. Because a lot of times when women come into this thing, then all of a sudden they want to teach you, then they want to be on other comment boards, then they want to look for rebellious sisters, and they want to follow these niggas out here that ain't doing the work for real. You know what I'm saying? X, Y, and Z. And they want to come against you. That's wickedness, man. And it says, in the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. And I don't know no man in this society that's stupid enough to put their trust in a fucking woman. If you trust a woman on this day and age, and I'm not talking to the ones that's actually doing the right things, but the ones that's not doing the right things, which is a majority of them. If you put your faith in a woman in this society that has her own home, her own vehicle, she has a career woman mindset, you are an idiot, okay? And you need to be eliminated, okay? That's the last thing you do is put your trust in a child, okay? You don't put your trust in an autopilot that ain't got a license to steal a plane. You gonna fucking crash the goddamn plane. That's stupidity, man. You don't trust somebody that can't even trust themselves in adversity. All right. It says here, the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he should have no need of spoil. She would do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Right. Okay. So the word virtuous, because you have virtuous women in the scriptures, but you have more wicked women too. Because 9 times out of 10, Yahweh Shai, man, he had more wickedness to say about the women than good. Though you did have women that had good works, okay? You had Phoebe, you had the elect lady, you had the mother of the 7 sons, okay? You had Susanna, you had Deborah, okay? Judith, okay? You had Sarah, Mary, okay? Which Mary Magdalene, I believe she was a harlot. She repented. I believe she was the one that got caught up in the act of adultery, and she repented to the Lord. But you had righteous women in the faith, man, okay? The woman that anointed the Lord's head for his burial. You had women that follow Yahweh Shai. Okay. But virtuous goes into strength, might, ever see wealth. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Salakia. That ain't virtuous. Oh, hold on. because they think of virtue, okay? And virtues in this case will be a woman that's strong for her husband. That's why it says that she will not do him wrong all the days of her life. Okay, a woman that have virtue, meaning she has strength in her husband, meaning she's gonna do what she's supposed to do. It's not gonna be any guile behind it. Okay? So anyway, man, I'm gonna end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. And with that, Shalom and a Baba.